guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on my top 5 palette recommendations. I've got 3 eyeshadow palettes and 2 face palettes. These palettes I could not live without. If I had to go and buy new makeup all over again, I would definitely be repurchasing these palettes. I think they are incredible quality and I love them so much. I would highly recommend getting all of them. A lot of it is for similar reasons, some of it's for different reasons, but I definitely recommend these. So let's just get into it. My first palette recommendation is this Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. So it just looks like this here. It has just come back into stock in the US, but not in Australia yet, but I'm hoping it will. It's got some absolutely stunning colours in it. The thing that I like about this palette is that it is pigmented, but it's not so overly pigmented that you have to like be really careful about how much you apply. I think the chocolate bar palettes and in general, this is a kind of link in with the chocolate bar palettes, but it is now a collection on its own, but I link it in with this because it's got the same type of formula. I really love these and I would highly recommend them to you if you are a beginner in makeup, because it is pigmented, but it's not so much so that you have to be careful about how much you apply. They're really easy to work with, really blendable. They have got a great option of colours. They are expensive, but they're not so expensive really once you consider how much you get for them. And I get so much use out of this, and whenever I wear it I get so many compliments on my eye makeup and I love it so much. So I highly recommend this palette. If you are able to pick it up, I would say definitely pick it up. Well worth the money. So going on with eyeshadows, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I only got this like not that long ago, but I absolutely love it. It has turned into my new favorite eyeshadow palette. I think the colors in here are absolutely stunning. They're absolutely gorgeous, really easy to work with. They are quite a bit more pigmented than the Too Faced palettes, and they are also they do kick up a lot of powder, but they are so blendable and really easy to work with. So even if you do apply that little bit too much pigment, it's really easy to just blend it out. I think the colours in here are stunning. It's one of the few palettes that I look at and I go, you know what, I like all of the colours in here. There's not one that I just wouldn't want to use. I think it's absolutely gorgeous and I use this on a regular basis, or whenever I'm going out. I think I really want to use the Anastasia palette. Like it's the first one that comes to my head. So I really love this palette. I definitely recommend getting it. I think it just went on Beauty Bay, so I would definitely recommend picking that up. Otherwise, wherever you can get it, just get it wherever you can get it. I definitely recommend it. And the last eyeshadow palette that I really highly recommend in my top 5 is the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. Again, I only got this really not that long ago. They sell it at Mecca Maxima. It is entirely a matte palette, which is something I usually don't purchase because I definitely do go for the shimmer shades more. But this palette I use like day in day out at the moment, and I have been for a while because I just find that the looks I can create with it are really easy and simple. They take 2 seconds, they're really beautiful. I still get compliments on them. It literally only takes a couple of minutes because it is so blendable and it is so easy to work with. It is an expensive palette, but I definitely consider it worth the money. I have the Urban Decay Naked 3 and Naked Smoky, and I definitely consider this to be a different formula to those two. I think it's way better quality. They've definitely improved on their eyeshadow, because Urban Decay eyeshadow was not my favorite at all. I know a lot of people swear by it, but it is not at all my favorite eyeshadow formula until this came. This is my favorite eyeshadow formula now. Like, I just can't live without this palette. I definitely recommend it if you haven't already purchased it. I know it's expensive, but it is well worth the money. So this is my next palette that I cannot live without. Again, I use this day in day out no matter what kind of look I'm going for. If I'm going out at night or if I'm just going like day to day, I will contour still. And I love this palette. As you can, I don't know if you can see, this shade I have hit pan now. The only shade I don't like in this is this shade here. It is a glittery mess of highlight. I do not recommend it. But I I really like this palette. I definitely think it's worth the money. It was limited edition and it still says limited edition on the Becca website, but I'm not too sure because it has been out for a while. I did buy a backup just because I was like, oh my gosh, limited edition, I'm gonna run out of it. I love this palette. I use this. I used to think that I liked this and the Kat Von D just as much, but on a day-to-day basis, I just find myself reaching for this one more. It's really easy to use. It's kind of hard to go overboard with it. I can apply it. It just looks beautiful every time. I don't have to worry about it, like, you know, being patchy or anything. It's just a really nice powder. I love this. I think I cannot recommend this highly enough. I absolutely love it. I think it is a great palette. My final palette recommendation in my top 5 palettes is the Becca and Jaclyn Hill Champagne Collection Face Palette. There are several reasons why I recommend this palette. One, it is absolutely stunning packaging. I mean, that's not a good enough reason to recommend a palette, but I know it's just absolutely beautiful. You get 2 highlights in here. You get the Champagne Pop, which is this one here, which is absolutely beautiful and it's a cult favorite. It's a little bit dark for me when I'm not wearing fake tan, but when I am wearing fake tan, it is really pretty. Same with this one here, which is Prosecco Pop. I think it's absolutely stunning. All 3 blushes I can use whether I'm tanned or whether I'm not tan, just fair. I really love them, especially this one here. It's not a blush shade that I generally reach for, but it is absolutely stunning. The other reason I would highly recommend this palette is because of the mirror. I know it sounds really silly, but I take this when I travel everywhere because the mirror in here is so big and such good quality. I can actually do my makeup well, whereas like the little mirrors that you get in a lot of the other, like a lot of other palettes are just, they're no good. They're not gonna work. But this, I can bring this out and I know that it's crystal clear and it makes my makeup look like I can really see what I'm doing with my makeup. So if you travel a lot, this is a great option. If you like, well, not that I'd say buy a whole palette just for the mirror, but I mean, if you do travel a lot and you're thinking about buying it, it's a great mirror. I definitely recommend it. The quality of the blushes and everything, I've never tried a Becca blush before trying these and I love every single one of them. I really love, my favourite one is this one here, which is Rosé Spritz. I love Amaretto as well because it's just a really nice beautiful brown natural colour. This one, it's my least favourite out of all 3, but it's still an absolutely stunning blush and I definitely recommend it. I love all these palettes so much, so I definitely recommend picking them up if you haven't already got them. They're well worth the money. They're so stunning. They're so beautiful. I highly recommend them. Thank you so much for watching my video. This was my top 5 palette recommendations to you. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please click the like button and subscribe to my channel and I'll see you next week. Bye!